Great, thank you.
I should address something is that the game actually ended up crashing on me after my third game, and it would have been the fourth now one. And this one actually missed on the 32,000
relax,
question.
take it easy.
So
here comes your first question. It's worth
I had
100 euros.
a 54 in a row with an ash because the game crashed after 45. So. Anyways, name the ball used by hurlers. Silver, slider, slipper, sliota. That'd be a sliota.
Well done. You've got yourself 100 euros. Easy enough so far. Here's question 2. It's worth 200 euros.
Name the football team Finn, harps, flutes, fiddles, drums. That'd be the Finn harps.
You think it's A. No doubts there. You'll have 200 euros. So far, so good. Take a look at this for 300 euros.
Okay. Who's the patron saint of hangovers? Tom, Harry, Dick, Bibiana. That'd be Bibiana.
You think it's D. Doing fine. 300 euros. Answer this one. It will take you up to 500 euros.
Okay. Which of the following is not a coffee-producing country? Colombia, Kenya, Costa Rica, Iceland. That'd be Iceland.
You think it's D. You bet it is. 500 euros to you. Remember, you still have all 3 lifelines left. Get this next one and you have 1,000 euros. Nobody can take that from you. Have a look at the question.
Okay. An ibis is a crisp fruit bird drink. It's a bird.
You think it's C. No doubts? To guarantee yourself 1,000 euros, you needed to get this right. You did. Well done. You have 1,000 euros. You keep that. Here's the next question for 2,000 euros. You have nothing to lose. Give it a whirl.
Okay. What is a bassoon? Musical instrument, metal bolt, pram, small china bowl. It's a musical instrument.
You think it's A. Now you're really moving. You have yourself 2,000 euros. Okay, you're doing fine. The money is starting to build up now, but the questions are also getting harder. So remember, you have as much time as you need. Here is 4,000's worth.
Okay. Which of these terms is used in electromagnetism? South Pole, Pacific, Arctic, Antarctic. That'd be the South Pole.
You think it's A. You were right to go with that. You now have 4,000 euros. Get the next one, and you will be 7 questions away from 1 million euros. So keep your head. The best of luck. Here it comes for 8,000 euros.
Okay. Which of these is the hardest? Diamond, steel, gold, bronze. That'd be diamond.
You think it's A. Onward and upward. You now have 8,000 euros. Here comes question 9. I must remind you, if you answer this correctly, then you stand to win 16,000 euros. If you were to get it wrong, you will drop 7,000 euros. Good luck. Here it is.
Okay, for 16,000. Lahinch is located in which Irish county? Sligo, Clare, Galway, Limerick. I think it's in Clare's Lahinch.
You think it's B. It's the right answer.
Oh!
You now have 16,000 euros.
That is payback from getting two native questions wrong so far. Hope I don't get another mess up on 32, so...
You still have all 3 lifelines left. You have 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience. Okay, get ready for the next one. You have 16,000 euros, 6 questions from the 1 million prize. The next answer could get you 32,000 euros, and our guarantee that that is the least that you will leave the game with. Get ready to play.
Okay.
Here it is.
Which actor starred in The Quiet Man? Potter, Lipman, O'Hara, O'Sullivan. Let's see. It's Potter, Maureen Lipman, Margaret O'Hara, or Margaret O'Sullivan. I think it was Margaret O'Hara was The Quiet Man, actually.
You think it's C, no doubts? You needed to get this right to reach 32,000 euros. And you did. It's the right answer. Very well played. You now have 32,000 euros. This is guaranteed to be the least that you can win. The next question is worth 64,000 euros, and you have nothing to lose by answering it. Take your time. It's big money. Here is the question.
Okay. The actress Pat Levy plays which character in the RTP soap Fair City? Nicola Prendergast, Kay McCoy, Neve Foley, Hannah Finnegan. That'd be Hannah Finnegan.
You think it's
and
D.
yes, it pronounced Neve Foley. And I will say with
You
the
are
reset, this
guaranteed a
is
check
actually the
for
second time I've seen this
32,000
question.
euros.
Because
I'm tearing it up.
I'll
You
say
won't
in
need
the
it. You just won
self-analysis post I
64,000
did on the
euros.
channel that I'll just say, you know what, the game crashed and after that. I'll express it in the self-analysis, actually.
Now, this is serious money. You are on 64,000 euros. This question is worth 125,000. Remember, in this game, if you keep your head, you keep the money. Lose your head, you lose the money. Relax, concentrate. For 125,000 euros, here is the question.
Okay. Where would you find the Pampas? Chile, Peru, Argentina, Colombia. That'd be Argentina where you find the Pampas.
You think it's C. You knew when you answered that there was a loss built into the question of 32,000 euros.
Yes.
But you didn't lose. You now have 125,000 euros. I can write you a check right now for 125,000 euros, but I think that would be a shame, because you only have to answer 3 more questions and you win the whole 1 million.
Okay.
This is the next question for 250,000 euros. Get it right and I can tear up the one I have. Take your time. It's up to you.
Okay. What sort of creature is a Miller's thumb? Beetle, butterfly, spider, fish? That'd be fish.
You think it's
Again,
D.
because of what happened with the game crash, this is the second time I've
To
seen this
play
question,
at this
so-
level, you need knowledge, patience, and nerve. You also need the right answer, which is what you had. You won 250,000 euros. You are now just 2 questions away from 1 million euros. Whatever happens, you have done remarkably well. You have 250,000. You now have the chance to play for 500,000. Look at the question, reason it through, decide whether or not you want to play. Remember, get this wrong, you will go right back to 32,000 euros. So, take your time. Here is the question.
Okay. When did Donegal win the All-Ireland football final? 92, 91, 93, 90. That'd be 92.
You think it's A. Well, you were either going to win 500,000 euros or lose 218,000. One or the other. You made your call. You went for it. Congratulations, you're now worth 500,000 euros. You still have all 3 lifelines left. You have 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience. You have won 500,000 euros, but we would love to see you leave the game as a millionaire. You have done fantastically well. The next question is all that stands in your way. Get it right, you have won 1 million euros. Remember, you don't have to go for it. You can quit right now and not risk losing what you have won. Whatever your decision, we wish you the best of luck, and congratulations for being a great contestant. This is the question for 1 million euros.
Okay, what you got for the million, Gable? I've got a prediction. I would say, Joan Rivers, Edgar Rosenberg. Edgar Rosenberg was married to which American comedian? Roseanne Barr, Goldie Hawn, Joan Rivers, Sandra Perner. That'd be Joan Rivers.
You think it's C. When you started this game, there were 15 questions between you and 1 million euros. You gave it your best shot. You climbed all the way to the top until there was only 1 question to go, and then you chose your answer and decided to play. The result is that you have done it. You have won 1 million euros.
John Carpenter, number
Congratulations,
168,
you're a millionaire.
5th for today. I have satisfied the requirement again for the 3rd straight day. Yeah, that's what it usually would sound like without the mini game crash. Because the game crash, I think the thing looped over twice, though, so this was pretty much a crazy day. Only 3 days in the challenge, though, but I'm happy I satisfied the challenge. That being said, thank you so much for watching.